Hey everyone, it's Mike Andes, and today we're talking about your dump site. This is one of our facilities here where we dump all of our natural waste. Now occasionally there'll be pieces of trash that blow in from the road and we'll have to pick those out, but 95% of this, 99.9% of it, it's all natural waste. And what's cool about this facility is we have a cliff. We dump it off and over time we just kind of grow the cliff out as this disintegrates and degrades, and we just move the gravel out on top. Very, very convenient. Now you might not be in the situation to be able to have the land to do this, and what you're going to want to do is haul this debris off the dump every single day, potentially if you don't have a storage facility where they allow debris like this. In the ideal scenario, you do have land like this where you can park all of your trucks, have everything in the same spot as where you dump. It makes it very efficient so the guys can get back at the end of the day, a bunch of leaves, a bunch of branches, a bunch of lawn clippings, and just dump it here and be on site. It makes things very, very quick. And then every once a week or so, we'll just pile up all the debris. This is the most optimistic, the best scenario. Look, this is the only location that I have where it's like this. Out of my other 6 locations, we gotta go to the dump, we've gotta burn things more often, etc. So if you don't have a space like this, one thing you might wanna think about is getting a really big dump trailer to keep all your debris in throughout the week, and then once a week you go to the dump. Instead of going 5 times a week, every single day, you put all the debris in the massive dump trailer and then take it to the dump, and you have to pay for it, obviously. You do that once a week. That will save you a lot of time, and yes, the cost of that dump trailer might be high, but it might be a whole lot cheaper than going to your crew having to go to the dump 5 times a week and spending an hour in wasted time, because labor costs you a whole lot more. And I guarantee if you have a couple employees, you're gonna make up for the cost of that trailer very quickly. Now, if you have to go to the dump, you're paying usually by the pound or by the ton. And so what you wanna do is start thinking about how much am I spending at the dump, and when does it make sense for me to take that money and spend it on a space like this that costs way more, instead of going to a storage facility for $500-600. Man, I'm gonna have to pay $1,500. Yeah, but if you're paying $2,000-3,000 a month in dump costs, like the actual fees, as well as the time wasted going to the dump, now all of a sudden, $1,500 compared to your $500 you're spending at the storage facility makes a lot of sense. So when you're looking at storage facilities, when you're looking at where you're gonna park all of your trucks, your shop space, the number one thing I'm looking at is, where am I gonna dump material? Do I have to burn it? Can I just dump it and continue just keep dumping it off a cliff like this? And am I in a rural enough area where I can just keep doing that forever? Am I gonna get in trouble? Do I need a permit to dump? Do I need a permit to burn? Are people gonna get in trouble? Am I in a residential area? Are people gonna start reporting me to the government? These are all things to take into consideration when you're looking for a shop space. And furthermore, when you are charging customers for dumping, you are not just charging them for the cost of actually dumping at a dump. You're charging them for having to pay for your extra shop space, the extra storage space, for having to pile all of this material up every single week. It takes time, energy, and money. And so when I'm charging now for dumping on all my property cleanups, I'm not charging for the dump. I'm charging for, I have to manage this material. I have to make sure that it is piled up with a loader. I have to ensure that we have the space, and we pay a lot of money for the shop space so that we can have this dumping. And so if you wanna make sense of having a space like this to dump, maybe you start charging your customer the cost of dumping. So what we do is we charge for a pickup truck of debris, $100. For a dump trailer of debris, $200. So if I'm doing a property cleanup, I'm not just gonna charge for the 8 hours of the cleanup. I'm gonna charge the extra $100 for the fact that I'm hauling all that debris away, and that's a dump fee. That dump fee covers managing this material and the rent for this space. And down the road, maybe you buy a piece of land like this so you can do whatever you want on it, and it's all covered. That mortgage and what you're paying for that land should be covered by your dump fees on your estimate.